Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third set of the Winners League final. It is going to be S2 on a 2-kill streak versus Stats, who has been just fantastic, just amazing for KT Rolster this Winners League. He has done so well. I had him on my my Fantasy Pro League team, so I can tell you for sure that he has been playing fantastically this Winners League and has gotten a lot of kills for them and been a great backup, a great setup man for Flash. We are going to have Stats in the 12 o'clock position in orange and S2 at the 6 in red again. Oh man, look at this. If S2 wins this, it's official. If S2 wins this and he's red, that's 3 wins for him as he's red. And if he plays Flash and he's red, I will actually pick S2 to win if that happens. If he wins this game again and is red versus Flash. If both those things happen, I will actually go on the record picking S2 to beat Flash. If he wins here first, though. That would be step 1. And he is just on an absolute baller streak. And as I was kind of mentioning at the end of the last video, this is kind of a thing that SKT Zergs do. S2 has had streaks in the past. We saw Hyuk, if you'll remember, he had that crazy ZVZ streak where he beat like Jadong and Effort and Luxury and, I mean, yeah, despite Luxury's little scandal or whatever, you know, he was beating a lot of top ZVZers in a long row in like over a 2-week period, 3-week period. He just beat like all of the top ZVZers. It was absolutely disgusting. Started even winning some ZVPs, which he usually is just completely useless at, and now he's disappeared again. So, you know, that's kind of what the SKT Zergs do. They show up, they play like geniuses for a few weeks, then they disappear, and you never hear from them for another 6 months until they suddenly go on another streak, and you're like, how do you beat SKT when one of their Zergs is actually playing well? I don't know. When one of their Zergs is playing well and Bisu and Fantasy are even close to their usual selves, they become close to unbeatable. It's pretty disgusting how stacked that team is when they're in that kind of state. So we'll see if he's able to do it again. Stats is playing a normal game. He did go across the middle of the map. Not really, I guess he was just guessing where S2 was. Really, I mean, you're not going to see a proxy hatchery. I don't think. I haven't seen one yet on this map, so I don't think you will. And yeah, so I guess he was just trying to guess where S2 was and did it properly, guessed correctly. And yeah, now he's getting a good little scout off. We do have a pool first from S2, but it was like a fake pool first, trying to force Stats to throw down a cannon or two, but he wasn't able to. Stats did throw down the Forge first, but then he went Nexus before cannon, so the ploy didn't really work out for S2. Basically, unless you're going for a big run by or you get lucky, for the most part, pool first builds really aren't that effective anymore in ZVP, just because protoss players have become pretty darn good at knowing what they need to defend and when to get cannons and things. So yeah, and oh, you showed your face. Oh my god, everybody, ooh, you showed your face. I still don't get that. I used to hear that it was like these people were playing hooky from school and that's why they cared, but like, really? At this point? Really? I don't know. I think that there has to be something else to it. It really just makes no sense. There has to be something else to it other than that they're playing hooky, because who cares? But I don't know. That's just what I think. S2 has thrown down a third base in the bottom left-hand corner and is starting to morph his lair. So this is looking like a pretty standard build from S2. No cheeky business yet. And looks like we got pretty standard coming out of Stats as well with that 7x score and that assimilator, but it usually takes a little bit of time to detect the interesting builds that may come out of ZVP. Usually this is the point oh wow, Hatchery canceled the layer. As soon as he pushed that probe out, he actually canceled the layer and threw down a Hydralisk Den. So there we go, we are going to see 3-hatch Hydra Cheesy coming out of S2. He is going to go all in on Stats, and he showed the layer morphing. Killed off that probe, and then canceled it. And this could, and I might even say should, catch Stats completely off guard. Stats, I don't think, has any idea this is coming. He doesn't have another probe out yet. His Corsair is still a little ways to come, so by the time the Corsair is even produced and starts going over, and starts getting over to S2's base, I think it might be too late. Might be just barely. If he has perfect timing, he might be able to throw up cannons in time. It's going to be imperative that he doesn't stop along the way to kill an Overlord or something. If Stat stops along the way with that first Corsair and like starts picking at an Overlord and not going straight to the base and detecting these Hydras, he will lose. Basically for sure. As it stands, he's in a really tough spot right now because he has no idea this is coming. He's getting a Citadel as well, which, I mean, if he can get to Templar, maybe that can help him. If he can get DTs out in time, I mean, it's not going to be in time, but if he can survive long enough to get a couple DTs out and Overlords aren't in position, don't have the speed and things like that, which obviously they won't without a lair, yeah, it could help. Look at this. We have even stopped producing gas for S2, so he's going with these Hydras and then producing straight up Zerglings, and Stats has gone after an Overlord. He is going to be completely 100% caught off guard, and yeah, he would have to have the greatest defensive micro that he can possibly have in order to survive this. He is in huge trouble right now. Stats he still has no idea this is coming. Stats is going to be caught completely off guard, and I don't know if he's going to be able to do this. This is going to be crazy. I think S2 is going to win this game if he can just attack into this properly. And here we go. We do have the Hydra, so he probably expects it. Maybe, okay, well, maybe it's a 3-hatch Hydra coming my way. Maybe 4-hatch Hydra at worst. He just has no idea about the Zerglings that are about to flood into his base. And if they can get past the Zerglings, you could really see these Zerglings get past his ult. The Zerglings will just start flowing throughout the entire base, and here they go. Here come the Zerglings to block for the Hydralisk, and the Zerglings getting into the cannons as well, and the cannons have all gone down with just a few Morphic probes have come off the line to try and defend as well. It looks like all the cannons have gone down, just a couple of Zealots, all the Zealots have gone down. Now Zerglings are pegging at the probes are going down, and Photon Cannons are not going to be enough, and S2 is going to win this game. You see the cheers coming from SKT, the SKT bench. All the cannons have been cancelled and destroyed. S2 is going to win this one game. GG from Stats, and S2 gets a third kill already for SKT1. SKT is in the position of their lives. This is as good of a start as they could possibly hope for. S2 getting 3 kills, forcing Flash out with no wins to back him up. Flash has to get 4 wins. He's gonna have to beat S2, Best, Fantasy, and Bisu. This would be the reverse all kill of certainly of this season. And maybe ever. If he's able to do this here, this would be absolutely disgusting if Flash is able to do this. This is going to be an exciting last 4 games, if depending upon how many we get for Flash. This is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, well, I don't want to say hopefully. I don't know what I'm rooting for. All I'm rooting for is some great games. But S2 gets the win here for 3 kills. The streaky Zerg for SKT1 gets 3 kills, and it's going to force Flash out already into the 4th set. So this is going to be, yeah, we're going to go to the 4th set. It's going to be Flash versus S2 on Circuit Breaker. I will see you guys all there. This should be very, very exciting. And to the Pro League Winners League Grand Finals.